Now we finished part 1. Now we need part 2. So part 2's link we have right here, which is the file 1 HTML link, and it's a single one-line HTML. So clicking on it should give us a result like this, and we should be able to see the versions at the end in info after the slash of HTTP. So here it is. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna restart my packets. So I have a fresh slate, refresh, and now here is that link that is displayed right here, showing up in my version 1.1 for my destination, which is my browser, and 1.1 for my server, which is my computer. So we're able to get that, and then to look at the accepted languages, we can click on the Get, go to Hypertext Transfer Protocol, and down here by accepted languages, we see English US. The IP address should be pretty similar. So the IP address of my computer listed here, and then the IP address of the server should be listed also there on destination. But to double check that, we could go ahead and go to Internet Protocol, and you see we have source and destination here with our MAC addresses being displayed right there. So we also have it visible right here. And now question 4. What is the status code? So to find status code, we want to go to Get, and no, we want to go to the server. So to get our status code, we have 304, in our description, not modified. With also a version being listed there. So when was the last retrieved? We also have a date and time right here, which says 14:05:49 GMT. But when I completed it, it was here. But I can go ahead and update that time for more accurate reading here. How many bytes of content? So bytes of content should be displayed down here, but as you can see, my bytes are not being displayed, and I think that is because I'm on a not modified, and it's not explicitly sending the packet or reading the packets, so I'm not getting all the information. The only information about bytes is I'm getting from frame here, and as you can see, it doesn't even say that it's HTML or display the HTML text here, so it must be something to do with cache, even though I cleared my cache before every browser and link click, so I don't know what is going on here. By expecting the raw data in the packet context window, I don't see any headers. I don't believe there are any headers. So now we move on to another part here, which is part 8, inspect the contents of HTTP GET. Once I click here and the same URL. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue without saving that. Running these packets, I'm going to close this link. I'm going to click here, and then I'm going to go quickly refresh it. So it should populate too. And there we go. So I've got 2 get messages here, and that satisfies that step. So I need to look if there's an if modified since. And there should be an if modified since. Oops. Oh no. What do I do? I'll go ahead and boop, boop, boop. Yes, so as you can see, there is an if modified since line, and it is displayed right here with a different time than when I originally. Oh no, same time. So with the same time, except a second more, or nanosecond. Inspect the contents of the server response. Did it explicitly return? And here's where I say where it didn't explicitly return, because I still have this link here, and if it did explicitly return, it would have the HTML and the text of the HTML, but it doesn't, so it did not explicitly return. Now inspect the contents of the second get message. So here we go to the second get, modify, and it has the same if modified since at the same time. And the status codes should be listed here as well. And in this part, we want the status code 304, and we have not modified. So did it explicitly return the contents of the file? And like the first one, it did not. It retrieved contents from the cache. I have been taking proper precautions. Like when I was completing the lab, I was making sure to go through my browser and clear cache and everything, and it didn't make a difference. So I was still getting the 304, and I believe you're supposed to get the 304 for the second one because of the refresh, but I got it for both of them. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the Bill of Rights. And for the Bill of Rights one, we just want to click here. But let me go ahead and restart my package shifting. And we are going to click here for the Bill of Rights. So now that should have populated here. And we have our file 3, Bill of Rights. We want the packet code number. So when I originally did it, the number was 548, but now it's 149 and 179. So we want the status code. We get that by going to the response, going hyperlink, and we see our hypertext. We see our status code's 200, status code description's okay, and our phrase response is okay. It is 4 reassembled TCP segments, as it says right here. And then how many HTTP GET messages requested the browser send? Oh, so it looks like that was the completion of that part with answers through 15. So now we are on documents with embedded objects. So we're going to have the same process here. We're going to continue without saving, keep that HTTP filter on. We're going to click here, and now it should have populated in my Wireshark. Here it is. We have 3 GET messages with a screenshot here. And then here are the provided IP addresses for each of them. So we have Pearson's Wireshark Lab and the 8th edition with their sources being provided. Right here. All right. And then the requests were sent there. Yeah, so that's provided there. And then can you tell whether they were downloaded serially or parallel? And if you look at the times provided here, it would show that they are downloaded serially because the request for the Pearson.png was sent before the request for the JPEG file. And if they were downloaded parallel, they would have returned at the same time. So now we want to know the status code. And let me make sure that is of the same question. No, it isn't. So here's the authentication. And this one was pretty eye-opening to me because you think you're on a safe website and you're not. So we'll go ahead and get that going. We're going to continue out saving, have my packets running, and we'll click here with the username being Wireshark Students and password is networks. So click. So completing this, it didn't do the pop-up, but as you can see, I've already signed in. Okay, so because my cache isn't cleared, I've already signed in and the first one for the status code, it gave me 401 and the response phrase was unauthorized, but my second GET message, which was this one, okay, so it's gonna show up now. Okay. No, it's not. It just found the same packet. So my second GET message shows me the authorization, basics, and the credentials on how to sign in. So we have Wireshark Student as the username and network as the password. Which is scary. So that concludes Lab 1. Thank you very much. I'm going to post this on YouTube and provide the link in this.